Welcome to Drill Down Earnings. We've got to look at the latest quarter from Rubrik. It's a company that IPO'd about a year ago. I think it's one of the 50 most important companies, the most interesting companies in technology, to be sure. I'm Cory Johnson, Chief Market Strategist for Epistrophy Capital Research. And we look at the business story behind these stocks and the move. The stock is doing great right now after these results. Let's take a look at what Q4 earnings told us. Wall Street doesn't really understand this stuff, talks about beats and misses, and this was a beat. Sure, $258 million in revenues. They lost 18 cents a share. But I think when you look at this, yeah, they beat all the expectations, all the guidance that they gave out there. Let's talk about their business here. So this company takes the approach of securing data. Their notion is that cybersecurity usually is about keeping the bad guys out. But even though you might build up better locks and security around on the outside of a system or keep the bad guys from getting into a system, still, if you leave the valuables out on the table so the bad guys can see that they're there, the risk continues. So their idea is securing the actual data itself. It's a 10-year-old company that has grown fantastically. They've now got average recurring revenues of $1,093 million. I mean, really fantastic growth in 10 years. I've been talking to this company for many, many years since shortly after they launched. And they've really, this is a milestone year for them, as they've said, and they've really taken off, and their growth rate is increasing. Revenue growth is now at 47% on a year-over-year basis. Just fantastic numbers for this company. As I mentioned, doing in the quarter, doing about $260 million in the quarter. And it's all about subscription growth. Their maintenance business is actually shrunk a little bit from what it was before they did their IPO, a couple of years before their IPO, but the subscription business is absolutely taking off, as is their ARRs, their average, their annual recurring revenue. Those clients they can really count on are just growing at a fantastic pace. Revenues at 47%, 39% growth in ARR. When you think about how this business works, they call it a security cloud. So again, the data sitting in this cloud, but it's cloud data, it's structured data, it's unstructured data, it's identity information, and it integrates with the big cyber security companies, Palo Alto Networks and Zscaler and CrowdStrike and Okta and the like. Mandiant, I should mention as well. They introduced some really interesting products in the year as well, and it's just doing well. Our customers love it, and the market loves it as well. The stock was up 28% after following these earnings, and for the year since the IPO started, the stock's up about 120%. So really fantastic gainer in the year, a fantastic gainer on these really strong results. And in the conference call, the company and their interesting CEO has been Bipul Sinha, has been with the company for a very long time, one of the co-founders of the company, and I've been talking to him for many years. He talked about this idea that AI is making more data and making data more important and therefore valuable and therefore worth securing, which is a real tailwind for this company in this world of Gen AI.
What is exciting is that as customers are taking a Gen AI journey and preparing for Gen AI, as well as doing cloud transformation, the need for cyber resilience and data security is only increasing. As they are adopting more SaaS platforms, they need to secure that data, they need to ensure that the right data is available to the right user on the right platform at the right time for the right duration. And all of it is expanding the TAM for us. So from where we sit, and as you can see this quarter results, we are not opportunity constrained. We are the only cybersecurity company that sits at the intersection of data security and AI. And it is on us going forward is how do we prioritize our product development as well as inorganic tuck-ins to really accelerate our journey to the AI future.
So some acquisitions may be coming for this company, organic tuck-ins, new products, yes, but all with the idea that AI is really driving growth in data, driving value in data, and therefore driving a lot of revenue for this company, and it's doing quite well as a result. All right, what's your drill on earnings takeaway, and what's the one number that tells a whole lot? Well, Q4 earnings from Rubrik, the stock is taking off, and the reason is they're selling like crazy. Revenue growth up to 47%, nearly $260 million in revenues. ARR is now over $1 billion, almost $1.1 billion. And I think that's your most important number, the drill down earnings bite. The one number that tells us a whole lot is that ARR is growing, subscription ARR at 39%. So big, steady customers growing at a really fast rate. The entire company growing at 47%. Powerful numbers from Rubrik. Thanks for checking out Drill Down Earnings. I'm Cory Johnson.